Hello, how's it going? Gennaro here, CEO of Cortex Solutions, and today we're going to be talking about network forensics. And again, we're just kind of building on, adding on more information as we go. Some of the terms you're going to, hear again, of course. But let's kind of dive more in depth on this. So network forensics, just like with all our other types of forensics, it's going to be critical, right? It's going to involve monitoring, some form of collection, some form of analyzing the actual traffic, because we're trying to get a better picture, a better understanding of the actual incident itself. The importance, though, of network forensics and why it's actually important in the first place. Think about it like this. Well, if we're able to identify certain activities that are known to be malicious, like a data breach or a DDoS or ransomware, and we're able to provide actual insightful data around it and response times and information that can actually help an investigator out, and be able to, in real time, uncover more information about an incident, yes, it's very important. If we're able to do all of that, then we can really quickly solve the actual issue at hand, which is not knowing the source of the issue, not knowing the problem itself. So the certain type of data that's associated with this within network forensics is going to be your PCAP files. And we talked about PCAP before, utilizing Wireshark. It's raw network traffic. You can download that, put it into your Wireshark, use a lot of the filters, give more information on what's actually happening, drilling down in the second pane down there, right? Looking at the different flags. Same thing when it comes to the net flow, the logs that you're looking into within our different network resources, our firewalls, our IDSs, IPSs, and then looking at our records. So these are all different types of data that can help a forensic investigator, an analyst, understand what's happening. And some of the key protocols, I'm pretty sure you guessed it, HTTPS, right? TCP/IP protocol being utilized, DNS as well, because, the computer has to know where to go. The data has to know where to go, what domain to reach. All these different protocols are essential because it helps us understand and detect malware. It helps us understand the malware, the makeup of it, if we're looking in the right places, of course. But at least it gives us the information around, this is this system, right, that contacted the C2. So it just depends, how you go about doing the process. And as we talked about before, different processes for everything. This is another one. You have your methodology around how to conduct a network forensic investigation. Of course, you're going to start with preparation. That's one. Collecting that data, analyzing. And again, you're going to hear the same type of words over and over again because it's just the process that we take in order to get more information. The process that we take in any aspect of cybersecurity is going to give us more of a leg up as to what's really going on. And the tools that we use within network forensics are going to be Wireshark, TCP dump, which is a command line portion in a sense, right? It's a command line version, right, of Wireshark. You have your NetFlow tools like SolarWinds is really great tool. I remember using it, a long time ago, but it has its ups and downs. But either way, IDSs are ideal because again, we're trying to get more information using the logs that were correlated and aggregated within Splunk. Again, it's all about getting a better understanding of what's actually happening. When we look at a network, we really want to understand, what is it? What's happening? What happened in the course of this time span within 10 minutes of receiving, let's say, malware, right? Or a phishing email. And of course, it's going to fall back on our legal standards, how to be ethical within this process because you are accessing data, very sensitive data. So keep that in mind. You want to stay compliant because, if you have these audits, of course, because you will, they're going to be looking through your logs. They're going to be looking through all the documentation that you have in place to make sure that, hey, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're documenting. And a real-world example, I would at least say, is going to be being able to identify any type of attack. So in this case, it's identifying DDoS sources. And as we know, when an organization receives a DDoS attack, it's the attack on the availability, right, of the CIA triad. In our example here, we're going to be using NetFlow, because we want to see and analyze the data itself for traffic spikes, because, well, we know there's a traffic spike. That's unusual. That's suspicious. We want to dig more into that. Why is that? How many packets were sent? All the good stuff. Then you want to trace that IP back. And again, you can identify potential botnets. You can go a step further on the actual system itself, run a few commands too, to see what network, let's say, connections have been established as well too. But the outcome is going to be, how can we mitigate, isolate this attack, and then block those malicious known IPs. Again, it's been great. Gennaro, CEO of Cortex Solutions, and we just talked about network forensics, brought to you by ACSMI. I hope you have a great one. See you in the next one.